blessed and very fortunate that Disney selected us to make the first ever high-performance, laser-battling drones, Star Wars drones. And Star Wars, I don't know how it's been for you, but for me it's been a major part of my life. I remember back in 1977 going to the original movie with my father and becoming a huge fan. And the chance, now, almost 40 years later, having the chance to work on the project and bring it to life has just been incredible. It's been a labor of love for myself and my engineers and pilots that have been involved in creating the product. And I think we've done something really spectacular. So I'm very excited about showing it to you today and telling you a little bit more. And also, good news is that everybody who is here today is going to get one of these drones as a gift from our company. We need to make sure that the PR agency gets an address of where to ship it to. And there's 3 to choose from. We have the TIE Fighter Advance, the X-Wing, and the speeder bike. So they may look like toys, and they may look like highly detailed toys, but they're actually, it's a piece of really incredible technology. A lot of creativity went into it, and to really express what the product is about, for me it was about just bringing the magic of Star Wars into a consumer product, and trying to create something very compelling and very immersive. And we thought a lot about who the Star Wars fan is. And the Star Wars fan is somebody who likes quality, is a collector, and right from the very start we wanted to offer something special. So we came with this idea to offer 2 packages. One is a basic box, which is a smaller version of our outer box. This is, by the way, this is just the outer box that it comes in. I think this is so beautiful. It's an amazing gift for somebody. Yeah. And then once you open the package up, and hopefully you can see this, this is what's inside. It's a handmade box. It looks like a chunk of metal when you get it in the right light. And then you open it up. Making that music. And then if you put the top back on, and then you take it off again. Hey, wait! I'm sure some of you remember this. So we have, that's Chase on the from Return of the Jedi. I'm sure you guys remember that. Luna Vendor. So each package plays several soundtracks that relate to that particular ship that will remind you of the trilogy. So I love that. I love this collector's box. It lights up and plays music. It comes with a rapid charger and 2 extra batteries. And the collector's box is $239.99. The standard price of the item is $199. So $200 is amazing. It's an amazing deal for what you're getting. It's really scheduled to go big next year with the 40th anniversary of Star Wars, and that's when it's really officially going to be out. But we have a kind of a pre-launch that's happening this year, and it's limited availability. So it will be limited, and it'll be at Brookstone. It'll be at Bed Bath & Beyond, Best Buy, and a few other places which you'll have in the press release. We've had a lot of professional pilots involved with our engineers when we were writing the software algorithms on how to make them fly. The idea behind it was to create a product that flew incredibly well, but also moved like the movie. So these are like the mini-me ships that are imitating the real ships that you see in Star Wars. And they actually have flight algorithms that mimic what those ships do, including corkscrew rolls, which you'll see in the movies. So that's exciting. But in addition to having a product that performs very well and has a lot of technology in, which we'll get into it, what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring the user through an immersive Star Wars experience. So when you choose your drone, you're choosing either to fly for the Empire, to be part of the Imperial Navy, or, yeah, dark side, okay, or you're choosing to be a rebel fighter on the rebel side. noticed this, but if you watch Star Wars, the Imperial guys, they're pretty much like uptight British guys, like this guy.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, and then the Rebel forces, they're very much like Americans, right? You notice that? Okay.
Crazy emotional people.
Crazy emotional people. So, you start having this magical experience in the packaging, and then let's see what happens when we turn the controller on.
TIE fighter engaged. Ready for launch.
You can put headphones in, and you can listen to this, and there are several different soundtracks.
Track 2.
Nice.
3.
You can imagine what it's like when you got your headphones on. So thank you, because we switched here, and we're cruising, and you're cruising around, or you're laser battling, or infrared battling. Go to the next one.
Track 4.
All right. So now let's see. I'll put it in.
Track 5.
Where am I pressure?
Track music shuffle. Music off. Repulsor lifts activated.
You guys know what repulsor lifts are? So repulsor lifts, if you're a Star Wars fan, is what causes the ships to hover in place. They use the repulsor lifts. So we have put a barometric pressure sensor in the drone that's constantly sampling the pressure in the air, and it uses that to feed information to the motors, so it locks its altitude and holds its altitude in the air. And then we filed a patent on a technology where you can turn your repulsor lifts on, and you can auto-hover your drone, and it'll hold itself in the air, and then you can change the level that the drone is flying. So let's see what happens when Jack takes off.
You are clear for launch.
By the way, that's the drone telling you you're clear for launch. Want to set my microphone? Yeah. Take your microphone. Okay.
You can see that it's actually holding it high, and I can do it with just the one hand. I don't even have to keep it in its hand. It's doing it for me. Super duper easy.
Okay.
Ultramate deactivated. Scanning for rebel scum. Take evasive action. Weapon system active.
So it's kind of hard. It might be hard for you to hear this, but so if you look close at the back, and you guys get up close at this, you're going to see 3 clear spots. They look like clear windows. And I know this is an early prototype, so the final version, these are tinted black. But inside these windows are laser receiving diodes. And this is the first ever drone that actually is a laser battling sport. So it comes, there are 3 diodes in the back, and then there are 2 receiving diodes behind the window in the front. And what's so amazingly cool about this product is that you can have real laser battles. So not only can you fly this amazing drone, but you can battle for real, and there's a laser upgrade. It comes out of the box with infrared lasers. Infrared's an invisible wavelength. And it's still a lot of fun. But the thing about infrared is that the diversion of infrared, the beam, it spreads a little bit. So it's much easier to battle in infrared mode. Infrared mode is like, it's kind of like you're a beginner, you're a cadet, you haven't really gone out into space, and you're not really representing the rebel fighters yet, but you're playing, right? If you upgrade to lasers, now you can have a very competitive and accurate gaming experience. And it just ushers in a whole new opportunity for droning. So I'm very, very excited about that. And
We've actually got Trev with his X-Wing over here.
so we're going to give a demonstration of what happens when you shoot at one another.
Sure.
Too close. Switch the gun. Too close. Switch the gun. You got that. You shotgun, baby. Yeah.
All sounds off. Track off. Track off.
Use your aggressive feelings.
He killed me. That wasn't fair, Trev. I wasn't ready.
So one of the things that's amazing about this item and some of the technology that's inside is that we've created a technology that we call Intelligent Awareness Technology, IAT. And I'll be able to talk to the press independently a little bit about it later. But basically, these drones they're little flying computers, and they have awareness technology inside. And on the controller, there is a little handle that comes out. This is where you connect your iPhone or your Android phone. And we have an app that's coming out later this year. It's getting final approval by Disney, which is why we couldn't share it with you here today. But the app is so cool. So when you get your drone, you sync it into your app, and then you choose a username, and then you become part of this new Star Wars universe. You're either flying for the Rebel side or you're flying for the Imperial side, and you start out as a cadet. And there's an actual coach that takes you through a journey through the app, and you're able to create events and host laser battles and infrared battles, and everything is recorded in real time. Wow. On the drones is an intelligent awareness technology. Up to 12 people can sync their drones and then fly. And with the included, it'll still work without the app. It's a 3 strikes you're out game. But with the app, there's a whole new dimension of play patterns that takes place in real time. And what's cool about it is that we know the drone knows where everyone's at in the game in real time. So if he's had 2 shots and he's ready for the kill shot, it'll coax me in my earphone to take him out. And when I do, I'll get rewarded by a character telling me something. And I don't want to kill the surprise, but it has multiple different random soundtracks. You may hear Harrison Ford, you may hear him talk to you, you may hear Darth Vader talk to you, and it's amazing what happens, and it's very, very immersive. We'll try to show some of that right now. Do you want to do one more quick laser battle? Hold your mic there.
Rebels won't escape us. Vader will commit.
Oh my God.
He's been hit 3 times.
He's been hurt.
Eliminate the opposition. Take evasive action.
Finish him.
That rocking is when you get hit. I'm going down. No!
What did you do?
Straight between the legs.
Thanks, guys.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Okay, on the count of 3, you can throw it in the air.
Oh, boy.
Well, pressure. 2, 3. There we go.
Wow, well, you know what?
Good throw.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. Would you guys like to see a little bit of a battle? Yeah. So I think they got us let a little more haze into the room. So I'll talk a little bit more about the technology in the drones. The top speed is 40 miles per hour, 0 to 35 miles per hour in about 3 seconds. There is a training mode for a beginner we call T-mode that helps you learn how to fly. And what it does, it creates an invisible ceiling at about 3 meters and an invisible floor. So your drone won't fly away and it won't hit the ground. And it flies at a rate that is a lot slower than even speed 1, so you can learn how to get your handle on the controls. Also with the app is also a flight simulator. So not only does it take you on a Star Wars journey where you can start as a cadet and become an admiral and move up in ranking, but as you continue through the levels and you train in the missions, it uses real physics. So it's using the actual physics of these drones So before you go out and destroy a $200 piece of equipment, you can actually practice with your app first. And once you get through those missions on your app, not only do you move up in ranking, and that ranking is attached to your user profile, but it also teaches you how to fly. And the app has a lot of dimensions to it. There's a lot that went into it, so it's really exciting. When you start to battle with your friends, it changes the dynamics of this. And what's so cool about this is that we're able to create an amazing, immersive Star Wars experience, but at the same time, we're able to create a new category for the drone industry, which I'm really excited about. You have drone filming, which everybody knows about, and then you have drone racing, which has become super popular, especially this past year, and this is drone gaming. And when you start putting the lasers on the drones, it creates a level of challenge that's much greater than infrared out of the box, and it's because it's challenging that there's a lot of room to grow. Propel as a company, we plan on hosting events all across the country that will be competitive events that people can be a part of. And then also the users who play with this product will be able to host their own events. So that's really exciting. All right, so guys, wait, you ready to? All right, let's see what these pilots can do.
Oh shit.
Give a round of applause. We've had so much fun developing this product, and there's so much love that went into it. And there's a lot of little treasure eggs in the product, which I'm not going to tell you about, but you're going to get your hands on these early next week. You're going to get to do your own unboxing and you're going to get to see the magic in the product. It's hard to really show it on stage, but when you get one in your hands and you see what it can do, hopefully you'll fall in love with it as well. I want to talk a little bit more about the technology because there's so much going on in these drones. They're really a high-tech piece of equipment. It's not really a toy, although it does bring us back to being, you know, boys and girls all over again. One of the things that we did with the lasers is that we encoded the lasers. And I don't know if you've heard any buzz about something called Li-Fi, but Li-Fi is probably the next Wi-Fi. Li-Fi is basically transmitting data over light. It's not a new technology, but it hasn't really been done in a compelling way, and it's about to happen. The reason why data sent over light is such an incredible opportunity for us is that light is 1,000 times faster than the wireless frequencies that you're doing today. We've got a bit of that technology in the drone. So the lasers are encoded, and when you shoot someone with that laser, even a drop of light, it sends data. It tells the other drone, Darren shot Jack. And Jack was shot by Darren. And then that drone tells your controller, so your controller can respond intelligently to that action and do something. It may shake, it may say, get out of the way! It may be Luke Skywalker telling you, we can't handle another shot like that, okay? And then it also tells all the other drones that are playing. Inside that controller, there are 3 wireless networks. There is a Bluetooth system that's communicating with your app. And there are 2 different 2.4 gigahertz systems that are communicating with the drones and with the other players that are playing together. And it was an incredible engineering feat for the people that I work with to put that together. But it's amazing how it happened and how it came together. And it creates a play pattern that I think is so exciting. So just know that when someone's investing in this product, they're getting a controller with 3 Wi-Fi networks in it, essentially. And drones that have the ability to communicate with lasers, really communicate with lasers, and for awareness to take place in real time. And what happens is it creates a cascade of events. It affects the other drones around you. It affects voices in your ear in an immersive experience, and it also affects an included app that is incredible, and you're going to see that coming out later this year. We're also going to tease you with a VR version of the app later this year. So if you're part of the press and you're here at this event, that'll be definitely something to see. One other amazing thing about the app is that the world in the app is a Star Wars world. So although it is a real flight simulator, has anyone here ever played with a flight simulator, an airplane or a helicopter flight simulator, or a drone flight simulator? Usually it's a park, usually in a park, right? And the trees are around you and the blades of grass. And the focus of the flight simulator is physics, to recreate the physics of that drone so it flies like the drone and you learn how to fly. What's cool about this, and this is another first, is that we created that physics of the flight simulator, but you're not in the real world, you're in a Star Wars universe. And there are Star Wars characters. And it's amazing. So it's the physics of the drone, but you're on the moon of Endor, right? Or you're on Hoth, or you're in somewhere else. And I'll just kind of leave it at that. So, intelligent awareness technology, 12 people can battle simultaneously. Even with infrared, you can still battle, the communication takes place. You have a companion app that's coming out later this year. When you get good at flying these things, they can really get up and go, and it's a ton of fun. And then there's the competitive nature of it, and moving up in ranking. And where we see this going, it could be really big. It's kind of like a new sport. And we plan on making this really big and putting a lot of support behind it. And next year we have a lot of incredible upgrades and new stuff that's coming out with the product.